Hey, Kiki Maker. It's Goddess Kiara. And I'm fucking back. Bitch. Damn. Alright. I wanted to put my voice on a couple octaves higher today. Because I'm actually really fucking excited to do this video. And I understand we doing a little grown and sexy tonight. Usually I'm like on this platform. I'm like super like, but today is personal. The other days was business. Today's personal. I got my water. I got my wine and smoothie. I made a smoothie with wine in it. And lemonade. It's yummy. Alright. So we're gonna do a full face of makeup. And then we're gonna probably take this hair out. Because I don't feel like going into work with it tomorrow. And then we're going to I want to change. It's been long enough. And I got some cookies for you guys. Some Girl Scout cookies. Girl Scout cookies, come and get your cookies. Girl Scout cookies, come and get your cookies. Girl Scout cookies, come and get your cookies. I can't even got my cookies, y'all. That's the funniest thing. I got my Fit Me, by Maybelline. I have a paycheck in my account today, which I'm really excited. I'm finna sneak into Sephora Ulta real soon. So that's also coming. And yeah, I'm really excited about that. And I'm like geeking out my body excited about that. And so the first thing I'm gonna buy is two things that I thrifted. Dior and Rare Beauty, because there were two in my space. So, and also One Size, because One Size is a sponsored partner of this video. So, I also believe in my reality of Kiki Makiage and the baddest and the sickest in the game, Goddess Kiara. I'm like, they sponsored a bad bitch, and I believe it. So, I gotta get some new primer too, which I'm really fucking excited about. And so those are the three that you guys will be seeing real soon on this page. I really want to give, my chocolate girl something real like to love with. I probably will end up I don't want to really surprise y'all, but I just want to love y'all into like my black girls into like the next episode with me. But I love all my girlies equally. But because I am chocolate, I just love them a little bit more than the rest of my girlies. So yeah, that'll be coming. I feel like when I should bring the black girlies out is when I have my own Kiki Makiage by Soleil, Kiki Makiage and black girls at the same time. Because then that would be really something like truly inspirational to me as a woman. Like my own product is here at the same time as all the black girls get here, Something truly like, wow, that's Dior, Dior, And then you'll be like, that picture would have really came together. Don't make me. You're going to make me start sitting over here and doing a little girl moment that is very personal to me. And that would just be like, wow. Oh my gosh. So right now I'm priming my face and getting this all set and put into place. And I can definitely believe in myself and be like, yeah, my sugar mama and my sugar daddy and my sugar babies, because they are my lovers, will sit over here. Anybody that loves sugar is pretty much what I'm saying. Will sit here and give it to me the next day, and I'm like, oh my gosh. But reality is I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna be, clocking into my 9 to 5 the next day, and that's the truth until I actually can create my own product. So I like to keep myself stable in reality and actually building healthcare based off of what Kiara believes it should be for Kiki Maquillage and the foundation of who I am. And like they were, you know, they're in a way they're showing me like, is this what you think healthcare should look like? And I'm like, yes. Thing is I said it out loud. This is what reality me can afford. This is what I believe you, and I want it, and I would love to have it. Believes I could be in, but that's a yeah. That's, you know, you got to break even situation, and breaking even is lots and lots and lots of fun. Anyways, and so there's certain things I did, and I love you, and there's certain things that I sit here and I just be like, girl, I'm going to continue to pour into myself and love myself and continue to grow the brand that I believe in and see where that gets me. So that's what I'm doing. So we're going to, now after we primed our face, we are putting foundation all over the skin, this pretty little skin lines. And we're going to take it down the nose, right here, and I'm going to take it to the chin, and then we're going to blend it out until it can't be blended anymore. Yeah. Trust me, I believe that we believe in that bigger picture of us, but I also love to live in reality. And reality isn't saying like, oh, it's just saying tomorrow you're gonna wake up and you got to go in and clock in and, you know, put in the full 8 hours of actually applying yourself to something other than, you know, sleep and being in the bedroom, and actually show how you work for the love and your families, on how you actually support them other than just laying in bed all day. And that's what I want to prove. But a lot of things that I do is proving that I am supporting more than just sleeping in a bedroom. You know? Because there's a lot of people that just like put energy and effort into waking up and going back to sleep every single day. And I will tell you the truth. I was one of them. But I also was somebody that will wake up, go out into the gym, wake up, go run to the gym, wake up, put myself in the position to absolutely work my body out or do something to like stimulate progress within my own mind. I wouldn't be able to just sit in the house and sleep all day and just rely on somebody else. That to me just be like, how, bro? So like the idea of like not clocking in and stuff to me actually makes me very sad. Whenever someone like offers that to me, I get sad. No offense, but I'd be like, if I was to sit over here and do that, I would have to be, you know, actually on the list that gets paid. I actually have to be on payroll. I wouldn't just be like, yeah, let me sit over here and start doing things and just believing in you without payroll. That's a mistake I made. And I made it, I'm not gonna say that. It's just a mistake to make a decision to get on a payroll without the contracts and actually like hearing all the information. So like one thing for me, I did to prove to myself like this is what, you know, actually having somebody on payroll sounds like. This is what, you know, I absolutely wanted to do it. This is what it sounds like to actually clock in. This is what it sounds like to host an interview. This is what it sounds like to do this part. This is what it sounds like when it's more than just you playing house. And I did a lot of that. And I love showing people how I build my network because I like to see growth and just the love of you. Because you'll be surprised that some people genuinely like being in different roles. Like some people like being in the role where they're just helping out and not actually the main focus. Like some people can be big, important names with romance and then be so comfortable playing the smallest role when it actually comes to pay. And I'll be sitting there, girl, I'll be sitting there, oh, I need a drink. Arguing with Shorty because it'd be like, I can't stand when someone that I know deserves a certain lifestyle continues to accept something smaller than what I create. And I just be sitting there like, ew. I mean to offend you too. Because ew. And then, you know, you gotta deal with the backlash. When you say ew, I'm also offending myself, and that's the whole thing. But ew. Because that's how I actually feel. And so I'll be sitting there, I'll be like, where? I'm not even gonna say that because I just be like, that's what I really be doing. Ew, because I just know, it just be like, you know, when someone's doing a bigger role than someone else. And so that's why there's so many different people that I find important to my story. And there's certain aspects of certain places where I genuinely be like, even when someone's like, oh, that person isn't doing this, I'd be like, you'd be surprised when you actually watch through the whole story of me, him playing roles in the places that just to prove to others and himself that when you give him something and you give us something, it actually becomes a solid foundation. I genuinely be sitting there like, I'm impressed. Anyways, that's it. And so there's certain moments where I'd be like, I'm trying to get you to just have the work ethic that actually supports what you're saying about yourself. Like, I don't want to go outside running, pull a muscle, and then lose the race going, hey, I believe you're going to run 2 miles, and you're probably only going to run a 100-meter dash. I'd be like, to me, that's crazy work, because it's like I'm essentially lying to myself about what someone is actually capable of doing. And I think that's where, when building a brand comes into a lot of plays, realizing where somebody actually is when it comes to being their own boss, especially with makeup, because makeup is really a lot of women being their own boss when it comes to getting paid doing makeup for a living. You really are your own boss, because you have to, one, make sure that every customer and every employee is filed under the same system, all under the same website, because every single entry is all going to be the same thing, whether it's a customer or it's an employee, all going to be the same thing, the same number, the same key cards, the same EIN number, employee identification number, and the same things. It's all going to be boop, 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 you know, same follow. And then it's like, you know, you're going to see it, the same thing consistently for years to come. It's not, a system doesn't change. It's the person that changes. A system's algorithm isn't wrong. The algorithm is always going to be perfect. The numbers are always going to be perfect. That's why my dad loves math so much, because math is always a rock. It's concrete. It's always perfect. There isn't a space where you get to go into math and be like, oh, that math is wrong. No way, the math is wrong. You're wrong as a human being. You're the person that, when you come into that algorithm, you're the person that ends up being incorrect about a certain situation. It's not the math. Your science is wrong. So you need to go look at your science. And when you look at your science, you be like, oh, you're right. The heart and the blood and everything that keeps a human being pumping is more than just a Barbie doll. It's more than just a stuffed animal. Like, a Barbie doll doesn't have feelings. It's like, it's plastic. Hello Kitty doesn't have feelings. It's fluff. But a wasp or a lion, that's a real living, breathing animal, or a real living, breathing insect. You have something that simulates everything that's actually in the human body. Literally the same thing. And an insect, some of the things are different in the human body, but kind of based off the same thing. And so I sit there and I'd be like, the one that makes me the happiest person is the one that actually cares to keep us alive. That's why I have a lot of respect for this kind of music, because it's like listening to insects and birds and animals instead of something that's plastic. Like this, plastic. Guess what? This can't talk back to me. This can't talk back to me. It can supply me with water. But this plastic doesn't talk back to me. This glass doesn't talk back to me. Perfume doesn't talk back to me. Chapstick doesn't talk back to me. But a bug, if you thinking smart enough, intellectual enough, probably definitely sits over here and has some way or form of actually communicating to you. You know, a bee can sting me, but a water bottle can't. So there's certain things I'll be sitting there like, you know who gonna make sure you landed back in your beehive? And maybe, or your Barbie doll done got lost. You looking like Shorty from Toy Story, where she's like, you know, he finds his wife, and she's on this whole adventure of life, and you know, stranded at a playground where, and got a bandage up her arm because it's broken and all that stuff. And they'd be sitting there and you'd be like, man, that's a whole crazy experience. In reality, kids are playing with toys. But majority of the time, a lot of people would do like, wait for you to talk to the animal before you talk to a toy. Before you play with that toy, because that's their kid. So I'd be like, it's just funny watching how life actually plays out in so many things, in so many ways, and like so many different facets of life. And I'll just be sitting there like, I wanted people to know. I want them to be something that is alive. So I was looking at those last two for sure. Which is my way. Hello Kitty is something I can, fulfill, or I gotta stay here trying to work out the kinks. Anyways, right. I had a bag or something. So that's what I'm doing right now. And now I am patting top of this forehead to blend all this makeup out. Right now I'm playing a couple different things, but mostly feeling like a biochemist, because I'm trying to figure out like what consistencies of makeup I love the most to try and recreate, well, to not recreate, but create my own version of what I feel like would blend well into the world of makeup, because majority of the time it's about blending with the makeup that I already decided was enough for me. Starting with that makeup and going, okay, this is the makeup, like so far, the makeup that I've been using and the makeup I added into it is the makeup that has secured financial stability for me. And I think that's the most important part of all of this. And so, so I'm blending. Do. Bug is alive, bro. Bug is funny. But, alright. So that's what I was around. Let me just blend this out. Alright. I'm taking this. And we're going to fix these eyebrows. And just show get the eyebrows going. This is what it's fun about building it all. Building a platform is something, like I said. You got all your customers, and I mean all of your customers actually loved on. Then you realize the most important customer is your employee. Because they're the ones that actually fail with you. They fail hard with you, your employees. Because they're the ones that actually sat there and was like, I'll help you fix it. Versus, I'm going to just keep buying and whatever happens to it. You know, it is what it is. But I love all of them. I love them all. Employees and customers. I love every single person that works with or for me. And we're just going to take, this is Maybelline in deep brown, which is 260. And just blend it into the eyebrow. So now you're starting to see my eyebrow come a little, you know, when the light hits it, it's a little bit more defined. I like that. And then I'm going to sharpen this part up. Right now, I like this one a little bit better. Your most important person is the person buying from you. That employee, you know how much this is something that I was, in my head about. But I was watching and walking around, in the space, having fun, enjoying myself. And then I realized maybe I should start paying attention. And so I did. And I realized some of the biggest payments were coming from the employee as a customer. And I was like, that's when I realized who the most important customer is. I was like, man, as soon as I learned the names, I got you. That's what I'm looking for. When I say the biggest, I'm looking for the person who believes in us the most. Because when it comes to growing and developing money and realizing who isn't selfish and who actually cares, is the person that made the biggest payments towards someone else without knowing how you're going to treat them as a employee to your life. Like, it's one thing for somebody to be a customer to you. It's another thing for somebody to be employed to you. Because when they're employed to you, you also want to get the pay, you want the health care, you want the family, you want everything for that person, not just something. For a customer, I just want some things for you. For an employee, I want everything for you. Because you are investing that much time, energy, and effort into me and what I believe in. And that, to me, is a true experience of being family and actually creating a place where someone would actually care to work. And so that's what I'm trying to create right now. And I'm like, what was I missing that where I'm currently working at has? That I didn't want to put that time into myself. Because right now with Kiki Maquillage, like, Fairyland is going to be family on Kiki Maquillage. I'm doing purely off of myself and what I want to experience. Because it's just like, it's my baby. And it's something that I want to take care of personally. And there's like my family. And I was like, I just kind of want to give my family like that break that they're looking for when it comes to, being stimulated but not overstimulated. So it's like, for people that are like family and very close to me, it's like, I want you to just feel like all you have to do is be in one space. So I invested in that because there might be something that, you might want to love and help me cherish and show how much this family loves us as a unit. And show me that it's more than just me that deserves to actually have that energy put into them. Of like actually getting you paid for what you love when it comes to yourself. So, one thing I love about this space is like, I might not have said that's what I was doing. But I definitely mentioned it. My charity endeavors. The charities that I like to support are, AIDS and HIV prevention. Just because it's a way of saying like, I love it, but I would plan on preventing it versus giving into it. I'd rather get pregnant than catch that, Like, just get me pregnant instead. Instead of that bullshit. And then another one is, obviously, you see it. This. You know, the number one thing that everybody gets dressed for in October. It is. I'm telling you, it is. I'm telling you, that's the charity. So I was like, man, that charity. Sometimes charities stress you out, because they be like, what you plan for them? And I need to take my own advice. Isn't exactly what someone else planned for you. Someone else could be like, this is what I really did with this product. And you could be like, well, this is how I answered. And I'd be like, yeah. So sometimes you gotta realize, like how I gotta realize it too. When you telling your own self, like, certain affirmations that you want to disagree with, but that's the affirmation you believe in. Because you could be like, someone giving you exactly the affirmation you're looking for from yourself. Why yourself is like, this is the affirmation we finna stare at. And this one's like, this is the affirmation you deserve. This is the affirmation you don't deserve. But you can look at that mirror, by all means. I'll be like, help me with this one. How I get this one? Because this one I'll be like, blind as a bat. How you work this? Maybe when you start moving. This left hand crazy, bro. You know, this left hand be, you know, 2 hands on that wheel. That y'all get a little chaotic, get a little hectic out there. That's how you gotta treat it sometimes. Then we're gonna take this, go here, take some of the excess off, even though there's not much on it. So let me actually like grab a little bit, see if I can actually do it the way that she showed me. Pat, pat, pat. My sis. I'm calling her my sister. My sister from another mister. I'm gonna put this in here. What's up? And then we're going to blend. So you see, someone answered me with the family so quickly, and I was like, my question is, did I catch it as Kiera, which is aka Delicious, aka KP, aka Goddess Kiera, aka Kiki, aka Key, aka TT, aka Pookie, aka Mommy, aka Big Sis? Or did you catch it and share it with me and tell me what it was? Because, man, that would be like, shh. Oh, man. I like that. I'm just curious. There's certain things. Because then I'll be like, that's what family means to me. I'll send a text back. Great. I am working on my YouTube channel at the moment. That's why I texted you guys. Exclamation. That sucks. Let's see. And then I said, yeah, but I got some double action pain meds helping me out at the moment. I took some double action Advil pain meds. send me a text message. All right. Get another drink. So, we're working on that. And then we're going eyebrows. I think I'm going to keep them a little simple today. And then we're going to bake the face. We're going to take Tarte today. Tartire. And it's Powerless Finish HD Micro Powder and Translucent. That's the color. And then we're going to take Black Opal and set my face. And then we're going to take this and set the rest of the face. My Tarte. So we're going to open the Black Opal, which is like this color. This color. Versus Tarte. You see it right? You see Tarte. That's translucent. We're grabbing this. Ah! And then we're going to take, I really need to buy a microphone so I could make my voice louder and project it a lot more clear. So I'm like, I need to get my voice louder because literally my own music is literally telling me, and make it louder, and make it louder. And I'm like, all right, y'all, literally. And then it'd be making me laugh when I actually hear myself like correcting myself, because I genuinely be laughing at like how like just funny I am to myself, because I'm such a main character woman. But like there's certain moments where I'm like in certain rooms and I know I'm in the room and I'll be like, oh, I'm being shy. And I'll be like, I must have, you know, grabbed something. I must have my wax pen or something like that. Because whenever I have that pen and then I'm on like sativa, not usually, if it feels like, I don't know, if it's just like the vibe, like if I feel like I'm not gonna have a happy ending, like with liquor, I always have happy endings at the end of the night. But the other one, I'd be like, anyways, let's get off that subject topic. Inappropriate, whatever. And then, I'm joking. Don't take me too serious. But we're gonna sit here and powder all of this. And, you know, laugh at myself at all the moments that I'm making my oopsies. And be like, oh, that's what she's like behind closed doors. This is what she's like at home. Right now, I'm really excited because we're actually, my family, we're actually building an in-home office that I want. So I know my family, when it comes to Fairyland, is really actually helping me out with a lot of things that I am truly in an immense amount of adornment when it comes to things. And I'm just like, woo. And if it was, you know, you would think work was easy if it was what Kiara was thinking. And then I have to put this back in. We're going to take my brush, love with this brush, and we're going to dip it in here and powder this forehead of mine. Dip it in here, tap it, powder the nose, give powder the eyebrows. They're so cute. I love my makeup family. Like everybody that's on my makeup family, because now this might hear me out with my crazy thoughts right now. It'd be like, you ever hear like the comments be in comments, and it's like there's a whole like community of kiki makiages tweeting and texting you like you created a Twitter platform. I'd be like, babe, it's so fun watching how, like, if you believe in something, how you actually are genuinely creating an app. You just don't believe you're smart enough to create it. It's like creating products and being at MIT and thinking that, you know, you're working like MIT is without actually like believing in homework. Right now, that's how it feels like. I'm doing like MIT things. Like I'm taking my final exams, but then I'm like, oh, I'm not doing homework. And then somebody might show me like, you are doing the homework, but just in a different fashion. So right now, I'm trying to get my mind to actually like study and believe in like, you know, all my employees that are sitting here and actually doing more than just taking the finals of their life and actually doing the homework of their life. You know, looking at the doctor receipts, looking at the vision, healthcare, dental, looking at pet insurance for their lives, because I'm definitely gonna get pet insurance. Looking at, you know, rents, looking at the water bill, looking at the electric bill, looking at the car note, looking at car insurance, looking at renter's insurance, looking at all of that information, and then actually taking care of all of that as homework as a boss to satisfy my employees. Like I said, I'm giving them something and not everything. And I want to give them everything. Which means treating them like they're my own child. Treating them better than I would treat my pet. Which I treat when I have pets, them little things are spoiled. So I'd be like, ooh, I'm such a funny mom today. So we're going to take my blush, circle it up, and then we're going to like take it to the end of here, and we're going to lightly tap it where I smile. So this is my smile. And I go here, and then around to the temple, and I bring it up to where the eyebrow is at, just to blush all of this area. It's like when you look at my eyes, and like I actually have eye makeup on, you'll be like, wow, that's gorgeous, that's stunning. I like those two things, those two words. And just bringing it here. And then you have a nice, light little blush. New blush will be coming, and then you guys will have more excitement on this page for us as girlies. And the babes that like to date girls can play with. I want to see this look. And then, you know, the more that I perfect the look that you want to see on me, the closer I get to you. That's the exciting part. Right now, I got someone. So, like, I got my purple rain. I got some blue ones, which are very subtle. And the more they perfect the look, the closer they get to me, the more they see what's hiding back here. So I have a couple different ones that I have placed into the atmosphere. Even, you know, the ones that's hide from me, and my little oranges. And I do that specifically for like my actual blood. Some of these other places I'll be like, I'm not being that devoted to somebody else's dreams anymore. Especially that kind of realm of dreaming, because that kind of realm don't always give back. You know? With my own family, the plan is that they give back. Now we're taking highlighter. We're just going to take a highlighter. Take it here. I like to highlight my lips. The top part. I have nice, juicy lips. So I love highlighting them. It's one of my favorite parts of my face. My whole face is my favorite part. My nose, my eyes, my eyebrows, my lips. Literally, I love it all. I'm usually insecure about my ears because they're little small ears. That's one thing that I'm insecure about when it comes to my ears. Yes. Right now, that's all I'm going to do. And then we're going to take some lashes. So I'm going to keep them simple. Right now, I'm giving somebody a blank canvas when it comes to what they would do with my eyes. And, you know, the winner is the person that's bold enough to actually put it there. So I'm excited for that. See who's the first one to be like, I did more than, you know, send a text message from someone else. I sat over here and I DM'd you up by myself. It was like, what's up, shorty? This is what I believe in. I believe in me and you together. I'll be like, what? You do? Well, guess what? Let's actually build on it. Let's build on it. And I'll show you with my vlog how far we actually get when we both are believing in each other and the power of women that include the help of daddy, the one that actually fits what we are doing as women. That's the final look. I'm gonna pull this up. Oh, I gotta do my lips. And then I gotta set my face. So we're gonna do my lips. That was so dramatic. That was so dramatic. And you could tell that I'm this dramatic in real life based off of the classical music. And the girls that I surround myself with are also this dramatic. Because, child, that was dramatic. We're going to take this purple and we're going to outline my lips with it. Ooh, that was so dramatic. Mm-hmm. And we're going to go here. We're going to add some red into it. It's pretty. We're going to take some lip glaze and blend it out. And let's check. I probably went stupid. And that's it. This is the blank canvas. I'm gonna name it blank canvas too. The blank canvas look that is going up on Kiki Maquillage to support all my girlies, good, bad, are figuring it out. I love you all, and I really, really, really hope that we continue to grow and continue to nourish each other, because it's like a small, medium, or large. And my large is my employees, my mediums is figure it out, and small is your customer, and I love you. Thank you for being here. And I hope we continue to nourish each other and believe in each other and grow with each other. I'm laughing, figure out might be a boss. And just continue to believe that we can blend Kiki Maquillage makeup into the world of Sephora, its own website, and as well as the world of Ulta. I really want to look like a Dior or Chanel stand and be in Sephora and Ulta and, like, you know, have my pop-up shops. every once in a while where, you know, I can rent something out of space out and just pop up, be like, oh, this is King Makegosh. And we're doing a pop-up show so you guys can come in and get a full experience of what that is, you know, what King Makegosh represents. So anyways, I love you guys. I'll talk to you soon. Thank you for joining me. And I love when I hold my hands like this. It's my favorite way to hold hands. But let's continue to just bring each other joy and prayers and lots of laughs. Yay!